Like to use plug-in air fresheners. You need to know about the effect it can have on your lungs. Prevent an asthma attack by avoiding these triggers. If you have asthma, you are not alone. In the United States, every 1 in 12 people suffers from asthma. Worldwide, there are an estimated 300 million people with asthma, according to the American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. Those 300 million people around the globe know just how frightening and sudden an asthma attack can be. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, asthma attacks are caused by triggers that make it difficult for air to get into the lungs and thus restrict breathing. When this happens, an asthma attack is triggered. Everybody is different and consequently has different triggers. In order to best manage your symptoms, keep a journal noting the date and severity of an asthma attack, as well as possible triggers. Ask yourself, what kind of environment was I in? What was I exposed to? What could I have possibly inhaled? It is easier to answer the latter questions when you know both typical and less usual triggers. Continue reading to learn what triggers may be affecting you. Most common triggers. 1. Pets. You may love your cuddly friend, but be wary that Health.com reports the added statistic that up to 30% of people with asthma are allergic to dogs and other household pets. If you can't part with your dog or cat, take preventative measures by bathing him or her at least once a week. 2. Dust mites. This is the big one. Health.com reports up to 90% of allergic asthma sufferers are affected by dust mites. The best ways to reduce your exposure is to use a vacuum with an HEPA filter and to sleep on allergen-resistant bedding. 3. Cold air. For some asthma sufferers, this is why Health.com recommends wearing a scarf that covers your nose and mouth when braving the chilly winter air. 4. Plug-in room air fresheners. If you like your home smelling like fall, you may want to opt for boiling cinnamon sticks in water instead of a plug-in room freshener. According to Health.com, these little devices contain dangerous ozone and volatile organic compounds, VOC, that can wreak havoc on the airways. Let's talk about triggers. 1. Thunderstorms. You may be surprised to learn that the rate of hospitalization for asthma attacks increases after a thunderstorm. Allergist and immunologist Dr. Myron J. Sid explains in Everyday Health, this is because airborne allergens are released and spread during a thunderstorm. 2. Laughing or crying. Expressing intense emotions is one of the best parts of being human. But be careful next time you laugh so hard you cry. According to Dr. Zit, heavy laughter and intense crying is a form of hyperventilation, which, like exercise, tends to trigger an asthmatic response. 3. Stress. Stress is bad for your overall health and can be especially dangerous to asthma sufferers. Everyday Health reports a massive study of more than 200,000 people found that psychological stress is strongly linked to asthma symptoms. 4. Food additives. There are many reasons to choose whole fruits and vegetables over packaged foods. Dr. Zit warns food additives that contain the word sulfite in them, used to preserve deli meats high in nitrates, yellow food coloring containing tartrazine, and MSG are other food additives linked to asthma. What triggers your asthma? Tell us. If you liked this video, share it with others and subscribe to the channel.